Recording in progress.
So, hello everybody. It is December 15th and 2025, only 15 or 16 more days till the new year. I can't believe it, 2026, and it's good to have you here. And if you're watching the recording later, we had a wonderful discussion question. So, if you want to be intrigued, this is the question from Let's Get Deep. It's if you could change your jobs, what would you? And what would you do instead? So surprisingly, all the folks on the Zoom call said they love what they're doing, but talked about some other career choices they've done and how they felt about that. So that was really fun. It's pretty amazing to hear that. It's not too often that people say what they love what they're doing. All right, so the challenge for Better Than Yesterday, I haven't done these in a while. That's another card game, but I just like the challenges. So it says, come here often. And the question in the back, or the challenge is strike up a conversation with somebody you don't know. Chatting with a stranger can make you happier, more mindful, and less anxious. I'm a person who goes by that a lot. So go figure, anybody who knows me, I always try to go up to the stranger in the group or make sure I say hi to everybody when I'm at an event, just so they feel welcomed. So I've always loved being a greeter. Like if you could volunteer, people are like, you're such a good greeter. So I've always, I think I have a police officer in the family, so I feel like it's natural for I'm okay going up to strangers. Not afraid to do that. All right, here's the cat book. I'm going to pick a random picture about a cat. I feel like it always brightens my day to see an animal. All right, so this one, it says, be peaceful, be a peaceful presence. And that's kind of cool. Yeah. And the other side was put your family first. So that's a little bit longer to read, so I'm not going to bore you on that one. And it's kind of funny. I don't know what but this is a children's book that I have. One time, I'm going to just pick a random picture from there too and see. It's kind of funny. That's okay. That's too wordy too. Carry the tiger back to the mountain. Oh, so it's, we do talk about carry the tiger, push mountain. So I could actually talk about that movement a little bit. And it's showing, it's a Tai Chi move. It's pretty simple. But yeah, they say to imagine tigers on your forearms, which is a really weird image. That you do. And there's probably many versions of it. The one I know the best is Soon Style. And that's the way it looks like. But yeah, this is a fun Tai Chi kid book called Tai Chi for Kids Move with the Animals. And there's a lot of different practices like that. So good. Why don't we, I know because some people have to get going in the car, so let's do maybe the movement first, and then we'll go into the more singing sedentary stuff next. And remember to be comfortable with how you're positioning. So something I kind of play with, I'm going to show you a couple things. Let's begin with a little bouncing just to shake off that energy. It's really depressing right now to listen to the news. A lot of sad things going on, and shaking it off. Letting it be what is in this moment, in our reality right now, in our bodies, feeling the soles of our feet. And then we can gently shake kind of side to side, letting go. And if we can tap our kidneys while we're doing that, wonderful. If you can't, that's okay. And you can do this easily sitting as well. Modifications are welcomed. I always want you to be comfortable. And then we can bring the hands up a little bit higher, touching the lung meridian points here at the end of the clavicle next to the shoulder, which it's good to do in the winter time. And now we can bring the hands all the way up and look funny. Let the wrists flap. That's really important, letting the wrists flap. All the meridians go through the wrists. I didn't realize how important the wrist was until I broke my wrist, and then I just felt a lot of discomfort and pain. So it's powerful how our wrists are. So I will always wear shoes going down the stairs, carrying the table down by myself. I was doing that by myself with socks on, and I shouldn't have been doing that anyways, and then double up with socks, you know. Oh well, yeah. And then gently bring down and shake it a little bit more, and then coming to a stop. So just shaking out maybe the legs, you know, as well. I can feel and getting present in our body. And if you want your palms facing the earth to kind of feel grounded, noticing the soles of our feet. So I'd invite you to shift your weight a little bit back on the back of the heel, kind of lifting up your balls of your feet. Shift the weight more into the balls of your feet, lifting up the back of the heel. And it's very subtle, like you shouldn't be thrown off by your balance. Going back a little bit again, noticing that subtlety, and then the balls of the feet. It's something so subtle and so mindful and so delightful at the same time, depending on if you have no shoes on or what you're standing on. But just noticing just the simple rocking back and forth. So try this if you're in line sometime, you know, at the store or just standing for real long periods of time. Soft knees, having the pelvis a little bit tucked under, having the weight shift a little bit to the balls of the feet and back. Good. So let's, I'm inspired by that book, Carry the Tiger or Embrace the Tiger. So I usually, it's not a Qigong move, so it's not repetitive, but in Dr. Paul Lam's program, we do that. That's soon 41 that we do this in, or soon 21. But it's basically you push the tiger, and they have a thing embrace. So let me do it. Let me do it from partial of the movements leading up into it. So I'm going to pretend that I'm standing here because it's a sideways move. So let me show you a little bit. So this is a brush knee. Then you go into play the glute. So this is just part of the form. Then it's parry and punch. So I'm just kind of getting you a feel, and I'm getting closer so you can see. And then the next move after parry and punch is embrace tiger. And then push mountain. So this is a really nice one. I'll do it on the side. So you're in this position of, and they say chest height. So when I learned this, I had my hand up high because we always like to overdo, right? So it's at chest height. Imagine that you're creating a table and you have the coffee on the table and the thumb is up. So it's not flat. I used to think it was like this, but it's up. So all the weight is in the leg with the arm that goes out. So I'm sunk into the leg with the arm up. And then this is, I should show my feet, and it's a follow step for the footwork. So you're in this position. So it's kind of like the knees are bent. So if my knees are locked, the heels are down, right? That follow step, the knee is soft and the heel's a little bit raised. And if I lift my foot, you can see all my weight is in that other leg. So I'm in the starting position. Hands go flat. I shift that weight into that empty foot. I bring the foot in. I step forward, follow step. So let me break down just the footwork. So just the footwork, all the weight's in one leg, empty step. I step back on the empty foot. I lift up this foot, and they actually like you to lift up the heel, or lift up the toes, and then place it down. Then I place the empty foot down. I shift the weight, and it's a follow step. It kind of feels like a dance move to me, honestly. So we're in this position, right? All the weight's in one side, just the feet. I step back, empty foot. Pick up that toes, place it down. Step forward, shift the weight, follow step. That's all we're doing with our feet. I'll do it from the side. You don't have to turn. I'm just giving you a different angle. So all my weight's in one. I step back, pick up that front foot, place it down, place that empty foot, shift the weight, follow step. And I'll do it from the other side so you can see. So imagine all my weight is here. I step back, pick up that foot, place it down, step forward, place the foot. So it's actually 2 moves that I'm teaching you. They're really simple, which is Embrace Tiger. So hand motion, right, we're in this position. The wrist actually goes a little bit past the wrist. So don't stop right on the wrist, but a little bit past. So this is the starting position. Hands go flat. So that's the first thing. So I'm here, hands go flat. And then they basically separate as I go back. So it's not my hands so much doing it, it's my body. So I'm just gonna show you the hands. So hands go flat. And then they open up, and you wanna keep, like when I learned this form, I would go way back. Yeah, I'm doing it. But you gotta let room for the tiger in that image, right? The embrace tiger, so we're here, hands go flat. Now you gotta embrace the tiger. And then you step forward, push mountain. And it basically, your body moves, your hands move with your body, but you're like pushing a mountain, and it's very little movement. If you're in a chair, it looks the same. You just, hands. So hands, first thing, they go flat. Embrace, go with your movement. And then the movement is just a push forward, push mountain, it's called. So that is the hands only. Typically, if I was in person, I would say go practice now. Practice hands only, practice feet only. But we're virtual and it's a recording. So let's pretend that you are practicing. But if you want to take a moment practice, you can just do the feet, which is, it doesn't matter what leg you're in, because technically we do it on both sides. So if you're like, how do I start it? Just pick a leg and then step back on that empty foot. So technically all my weight is here, right? I'm gonna step back, shift the weight. And it's it's not a rocking motion, right? Some people like to rock, but we don't do rocking in Tai Chi. It's placing that back foot, placing that heel back, shift. So the energy's like, imagine the energy's coming from the center, and then it picks up that foot, place it down, and the energy is pushing you from behind, and a follow step. So that is the motion, and we do it on both sides. So you don't have to, generally this direction that you're facing, so if that's your right, you would have the right hand, right leg in it, and you're in that starting position, because I'm trying to reverse it for you. So if you're, if you're facing another direction, just think, okay, this is that side of my body, that would be my table. That's how I start. If you want to get super detailed. If you don't want to be super detailed, don't worry about that. So let's combine the two together, say you practice. So let's do them together. I'm going to do it facing on, and then I do it from the side, so hands go flat. And then I step back, shift the weight, pick up, right? I kind of pick up the foot and the hands go up at the same time. And they go flat. And I don't push in because then I don't have room for the tiger. So from the side, hands go flat. I step back, and it's kind of like when, right, I lift my knee, the hands go up. You'll see a lot of mirroring motion in Tai Chi like that. So I'm here, hands go flat, step back, and sink, and then step forward, push mountain. So when you push mountain, really, it doesn't really do much. You just come along for the ride. So let's try from the other side so you can see it differently. So I'm here. What do I do first? Hands go flat. I step back, bring the front foot in, step forward, pushing the, mountain. I sometimes say in my class, pushing the chair. So some visualization. If you like visualization, you could say, I put the cup of coffee on the table. That's a different move. So you want to clean off your dishes. So hands go flat. You wipe off the table, and then you push in your chair. So if you're more everyday person, I am, that makes a lot of sense, right? So, but it's called Embrace Tiger. So hands go flat. I step back, pick up that front foot, step forward on the front foot, bring that back foot, and push mountain. So let's do that again. Keep playing with it. And time-wise, we'll just do this and maybe a quick cool down. So again, one more time, hands go flat. I step back, step forward, push mountain. Good. Maybe one more, just so we do all directions. Try different directions, see how it feels. But if you still need to watch, that's okay. And one more direction. So what's the first thing I do? Hands go flat. I step back. That stepping back forces my hands to separate. And then when I lift the leg, my hands go up. Then I step forward and I just push mountain. So it's a really simple, nice Tai Chi move. It's like the effort of no effort, right? It's very little effort. But what I learned I put a lot of effort into it to make it bigger and grander. But you want to just feel the energy being really slow. Hands go flat. And you almost like feel a release. Like, okay, it's released. Then you step back and sink. Step forward. Push the mountain. Good. And whenever we're done with the move, we have our hands go straight out to signify the ending, and hands come down. So that is a little bit of Soon 21, Soon 41 also, they do both. And it's called Tai Chi for Arthritis, Tai Chi for Health, but it is in many forms. So, but that's how I know it the best. So that is a little bit, let's do a little quick cool down. So let's tap opposite legs. You can rewatch this a little bit more if you want, or come to my other classes. I'm hoping to do a daytime at Apple Valley Senior Center beginners class. So it would be very beginner. So when you do opposites, it's really good at calming the nervous system down. So, and it's good for the brain gym health. And this is a way to get the blood flowing to and I like to do the hips as well as I get older. And just very gentle. You shouldn't feel any pain or discomfort. If you do, you're doing it too hard. Just nice and gentle. And let's do one last move. Hands circle around and sink. Opening up again. Inhale and exhale. Again. And one more time. Gather what you need and let it settle in your body. And then we can let that go. I wanted to share with you, but I know we're out of time for the movement, but sometimes I do Tai Chi Chow with you guys. And for folks who are in my community ed, we're working on that in the Tuesday night class. And I was following another leader in the community. She's the highest teacher right now. And whenever she's done with the movement, like sometimes we do push-pull, she would hold it and then release it. So whenever you've done both sides, and the time, I have a sticker in my room that's Byron Katie, I love her. It says, "Who would you be without your story?" And I noticed during the practice, I could say that phrase in 6-7 seconds. So every time, "Who would you be without your story?" And I would let go, and I'm like, oh, I'd be free. You actually feel that, right? Grounded, so you would do the movement, grounded. And then my thought was, who would I be without my story? I'd be free. So I just thought I'd share that with you. We'll do that next time, playing with one of the movements. But oh God, it was so beautiful. And it was funny, the next day I have another mentor teacher in New Mexico right now. And she was asking for all the students to share what phrase is in our head when we do the practice. And I was like, who would I be without my story? So I thought I'd share that with you. So if you ever study a little bit of Tai Chi Cha, not all teachers do this. I did another teacher just recently, and she doesn't do that. She'll just go into the next movement. She doesn't, but this teacher holds it and then releases it too. And oh my God, I love that. That is my personal preference. And that's okay if you don't, if people prefer it a different way. But I thought I'd share that with you. So we'll do that some more. Yay! All right, so I'm going to do a song next, and then we'll do a little chanting lymphatic massage. So if you don't have a scarf nearby, grab one. And if you want to, you can gargle some water with me if you have it close. Again. Okay. All right. See, my voice sounds better already. I'm gonna get my scarf ready, and I got my guitar ready. So some of you guys probably heard my new song called Keep Going, but I wanted to do the short version, and I did change the lyrics a tiny bit. So I thought I'd experiment with you folks. Make sure you can hear my guitar. You can hear it? Good. It's so nice that you can hear the guitar now. But this computer was not working, so the song is Keep Going, and basically some of you are familiar with it. We're going to just do the chorus part, which is trust, breathe, reflect, keep going. So I thought I'd do that twice and then go into the lines, right? Like, you don't need to compare yourself. You don't need to live in doubt. You don't need what is it? Oh, you don't need to figure it all out. That starts first. Okay, you don't need to figure it all out. You don't need to live in doubt. So just think the first two lines are about everyday living, right? And the next two is probably about comparing yourself, right? You don't need to compare yourself, and you don't need others to be loved. So, if you find like, oh, nobody appreciates what I do, or, you don't need that. What you need is yourself. You need love. So getting that first from within is so critical. And then going back to the lines, trust, breathe, but I want to use the word respect. Keep going. So it's like the first two times we sing it, we'll kind of flip it between reflect and respect. But I really, when I kept singing, reflect, I really like the word respect too. Respecting where you are, right? So whatever you're at. So those are the lyrics. Play along with it. So, okay. Go back to that breathe and reflect. Trust, breathe, reflect, keep going. One more time like that. Trust, breathe, reflect, keep going. You don't need to figure it all out. You don't need to live in doubt. You don't need to compare yourself. You don't need others to be loved. Trust, breathe, respect, keep going, trust, breathe, respect, keep going. So that is my short version of the song, which I feel like might be good at the senior place, like easy, like not going the whole song. You'll have to let me know at the end if you like playing with the respect and reflect. I feel like it's fun to do both. And I kind of like the one strum versus multiple strums. So I think I'll do one strum when I get to that wordy part. But good, yay. It's nice to share with you, my little short version of the song. And I'm so glad I get to play guitar again and my Zoom calls. All right, so let's move into the, I think we do lymphatic. Let's do like, just to make sure we have enough time, because I'm looking at the time. Some people have to be right on time. So let's do the breathing, the Perrin technique. And then we'll go into that voice healing or chanting. So just take 2 fingers, just gently, just like an ant crawling on you. And taking a deep breath 6 times. So nice deep breath. And then a gentle exhale. You can breathe however you like, but just make sure the pressure is a little bit upward or downward and just very light. Again. Third time. A 4th time. Fifth time. And a 6th time. Letting that go, and then gently going down your face, going to your clavicle. And one more time. And over your ears, leading to the clavicle. And we do that a few times. And then let's go through our hair if you got it. And leading to the clavicle. And one more time. Now we're going to do behind the ears to the same side, clavicle. I know I'm a type of person I like to go big, so I thought it was like a cross the first time. Oh, they're like, no, it's the same side. Oh, I was doing too much, So easy to do if you are like me. You're not alone. So doing now the other side to the same side, clavicle, behind the ear. All right, good. And now we're going to go up to the side of our chest, sweeping upward. I like to really, you don't have to raise your arm, but for me it's easier that way. And leading it to the clavicle, upward stroke motions. And now it's up and over or across, up to the clavicle that you're on. 5 straight, and one more. And let's do up the sternum, same side, kind of like starting, your chest level. And that's also a 6 upward stroke motion. And now we're going to do the other side, sweeping around. This is always probably funny if you're in a car and someone's watching you. Right? What are you doing? I'm doing my self-exam. No. Right. Or then up and over or straight across. And now we do the sternum. Yeah, whenever I feel like I'm crashing, like with toxicity, like chemicals and smells can do that to me, I do this. in the car, which, you know, it's kind of probably, my kids think I'm weird, but it helps. It helps me a lot. So then grab your scarf. You know, when I feel like I've been exposed to something or my body, I'm just tired, it seems to always help a little bit. So this one's a bigger scarf, and it doesn't matter, just as long as you have some type of pressure between the trapezoids, between the shoulder blades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I said 7. Why not? 6 is the minimum. Felt like 7 today. And the last one is the downward motions. So, highly recommend doing this in the shower while you're wet. If you do it in the shower while you're dry, it's really hard to do. I tried it one time because I was like, oh crap, I forgot to do it. I don't want to get wet again. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't move my skin. I want to have to get wet again. So really fast when you're in the shower. So good. Let's grab a sip of water if you got it. And let's do that chanting, the sound resonation. I know somebody was telling me, oh, I don't want, you know, the chanting is just vocal resonizations in your body. You can make different vowels. If you don't like those vowels or words or sounds, you can totally do a different one. Just the emphasis, each one. And the first one, we try to do the chest, then the throat, and then the sinus nose capacity. So it's just for healing, just for good body health. Nothing religious or spiritual. Okay, so however you like to do it, take a nice deep breath. Om. You can do your eyes open or closed, however you like. Again. Om. You can do it higher or lower. Again. Om. See if you can relax the body if you haven't. Om. And one more time, allowing plenty of space for your belly if you can do that. Om. Taking a moment to soften the body. Let it get to that neutral or like limp state versus expanding, letting it soften. Ideally, you would wait 2 minutes, but we're just going to wait a few more seconds. Let your body kind of get to its normal rhythm again. And the next one, I like to do ooh sound. You can do another one. If you be creative, I welcome you to be creative. You can let me know at the end if you made it different. But the emphasis, the throat. So ooh is a good one, I feel like, or lips, you know, ooh. But it could be N, right? I feel that a lot. Let's try N. Let's be fun and creative today. Something different. So let's do N. And your tongue at the roof of the mouth, and see if you can feel more of that back of the throat. All right, so let's begin. Deep breath. Again. Fourth time. And the fifth time. And breathing everything relax. I felt a lot of cool sensations I've never felt before. I could feel the vibration through my tongue to the roof of the mouth. I've never done the chanting with an N. That was really fun. And I really felt the back of the throat. Whereas the ooh, I feel more in the front of the mouth. So if we have time, if you want to do more, we could do ooh. I think we might have time if we skip the meditation. You know, this is like a meditation. So softening the body. Let's call this just the vocal meditation. Let's do the ooh, where it's more the lip puckering, and you might even feel your teeth and your lips vibrate. So softening the body, making sure you have space, relaxing the jaw. A nice deep breath. Deep breath. Deep breath. Deep breath. And one more time. Getting your breath back to normal, softening the body, the jaw, shoulders, making sure your head feels nice and balanced on your shoulders and your neck. Feeling really relaxed. Taking a moment. And I'd like to do maybe two more. Like, I'm going to go chanting crazy today, I think. I want to do E, and then I want to do the overtone E, ooh, between the two, because I think that is really cool when you do overtones. So just taking a moment to be in the body. So now we're going to do a higher pitch in the sinuses. Try to sound really nasally, like maybe kind of, I'm not trying to sound country, but country people sound nasally. A lot of country singers, and actually that is the best type of singing I've heard from vocal instructors, that nasal sound can just resonate really beautiful. So it's not a bad thing. So we want to get to that nasal sound. So let's take a deep breath in the E sound, nasal. Last time. Taking a moment to pause, soften the body, check it out. Where are you, feeling maybe a little tight after doing that. Relaxing the jaw, letting that vibration resonate in your sinuses, your ears. I know lately, ever since I took the flu vaccine, I've been having fluid in my ears. So, that sound vibration is going to clear that stuff out. So this is really great healing to do. And we're going to do one more, ee-oos and ooh-ees, the overtone singing, which I love. See if you can notice that sound. And it's the between changing of the vowels where you get that cool kind of Buddhist chanting type sound. I learned it from some Mexicans from northern Mexico came and was teaching an overtone. So I learned it from them. So it's an ancient tradition even in Mexico. So it's probably an ancient tradition of many cultures. All right, so let's begin in like a nice ooh, e to ooh sound, and wherever it feels comfortable for you. So nice deep breath. Taking a deep breath. Now let's try it reverse. Ooh, e. Ooh, e. Again. Ooh, e. And now this last one, try to do both in those same inhale or exhale. E, ooh, ooh, e. All right, so we might do a little bit earlier. All right, let's start with ooh. Ooh, ee, ooh. And that's so much fun. Let's do it one more time. Ooh, ee, ooh. And just notice the body softening. It doesn't have to be perfect. I know at the end I was like rushing it. I didn't hear the overtones as much, but I still heard them, and it was fun to play with. So softening the body, the neck, the jaw, and feeling that deep meditation within the body, relaxation, knowing those vibration sounds scent healing and movement, because whenever there's stagnation, there can be discomfort, right? So sound waves create healing. So that's what we're doing. It's vocal healing, I would call it. And then slowly, I feel like doing a nice little rubbing. We don't have to do a whole lot of extra movement because I'm looking at the time, and I know some people have to end. So just going up the bridge of the face, just do that 5 times. Making a beautiful heart shape. I think that was 4. Let's do it one more time. So when in the recording, thank you for watching and coming. Without you, there wouldn't be a class. And I'm thinking next week, but I might have an appointment that goes later, so I might skip next week or do a later time. I'll keep you posted. Get on the email list if you want to know. I'll get feedback from you guys, and then I'm going to stop the recording, and you can give me feedback how you're feeling and leaving. So thank you.